Hi, Web3 lovers. This is Daria Strategy Channel, and today I have an unusual guest, Associate Professor and Web3 and crypto enthusiast, Andrii Chuzhykov.
Okay, folks. So the thing is that I'm not a kind of a beaten professor. So I had like a long path studying huge experience in media business. So I was executive producer of two huge media holdings. I was making like personally and like managing creating stuff. I was making the huge shows as X Factor, You Think You Can Dance, and dozens of others. And the thing is, then I switched television career to the research career, and I started doing some researches in the media economics. So I can say that my major is media economics. If we're talking about the crypto enthusiasm, so that's more like like a challenge of time. So that's not because I was looking and I was so smart to buy the Bitcoin starting, 217. Definitely not. So that's more hobby, but a new kind of hobby that involved in daily life and influence the daily life. So other thing I can say that I'm more freaky millennial.
What are you interested in more, Web3 in generally or more crypto?
In current position, I'm researcher, so it's impossible. So in modern world, the researches, they become more, the discourse research. So it's impossible to have like a clear research, for example, like in my media economics. So one time I specialized on the value chains and production chains of the media. So, for example, how much money you need to make the TV channel. Yeah, but if you're going deeper, if you try to analyze the audience, if you try to analyze the influence of the media then to the audience, you have to understand that traditional statistical methods or some research methods is simply not enough. And you have to be up to date in technologies, because what technologies are do? They are making our life simple. And for example, if you take the basic research, for example, like even in 5 years ago, you have to make some research to collect the data, to do some SQL stuff, and so on and so forth. But now you can do this in minutes. Now you can get like info from the platforms and so on and so forth. So if we're talking about the Web3, it's the future. I mean, it's more in instruments. So as deeper you are, as easier to you to work. That's what I can tell about me. Concerning the crypto market and generally the crypto, so we're not talking about the market in this moment. Again, it's a kind of brand new technology, and this technology influence the world and influence the changing in this world, brand new world, and influence the changing of values. And all in all, it's one more time influence the audience, influence the media. And what we have, okay, we still need to understand how the blockchain is working, and how the new technologies is working, and how the meta is working. To summarize everything, I can say that you cannot refuse the technologies. So it's like, the case of GPT. It was a good it was a good question, open questions in Twitter, everywhere. How long you have been using GPT? As an example, I'm using the GPT for some publications and all the stuff, maybe for 2 years. So that was the boom of GPT was not new for me, because it's a several algorithms. The GPT is not the one.
Okay, thank you. And which technologies do you follow now? Maybe Ethereum, BNB chain, I mean blockchain protocols, or maybe some mixed technologies?
The kind of my favorite projects, it's not even the project, it's again more about the technology and about the story of involving the technology in society. So sometimes, again, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but sometimes I have like really freaky questions from my students. For example, like, hey sir, what you like more, Ethereum or Bitcoin? I say, okay, whom you love more, father or mother? So it's, again, that's like I can say that this question is correct. So yeah, I'm following the initiatives and I'm following the technologies. So I can, for example, name like 4 of them. So I'm really, okay, maybe part of your audience will throw the banana skin on me, but I'm really, yes, yeah, but I'm really interested in what Ripple guys are doing. So I'm really believe in XRP as a coin and generally about the technology of what's rippling.
I had an interview with Dominic. He's a Web3 recruiter and he also likes Ripple. And I was wondered, but now you're the second person on my channel who likes Ripple, and you're not alone in this
I can
love.
explain, not because that's even not because I really like the rebels. No, they are rebels, but in this moment, it's a group of rebels who are trying to secure the technology, and this technology is supposed to make world better. Just to explain brief what Ripple guys are doing, they have a perfect technology which can make all the banking draws, which can make like faster, better, and secure. So I'm really confident that the SWIFT system that banking are used needs to go somewhere in history. So that's not okay when we live in the modern world with artificial intellect. But still, the bank number 1 is making the record, then waiting for a day, and bank number 2 read this record and make some changes in account. It's strange. It's freaky. So that is why, again, from my education and from my science degree, I'm international economist. So I'm dealing with classical economics, and I see that this technology, the Ripple guys, they are solving the problems of classical financial system. So that is why I also they can see. I also can see the huge struggle between the old capital and new capital. The old capital, let us call the rich Swiss guys. I almost confident that they are, how to say, that they are interested to secure their classical infrastructure, the banking infrastructure. So, but again, the time is changing. I mean, that's not making the life better. Then the next one, my favorite guys, again, one more of my favorite guys, the BAT, so the basic attention coin, and generally the what
From Brave
yeah,
Browser, yeah?
definitely. So I can say that it's an example of fear advertising. So what they're doing, I hope all of you know. So you have the web browser. First of all, this web browser is really good. So they have the product, the web browser, and they have the system of revenue for advertising view. Each time when you decide what kind of advertise ads to watch, and after that you got like a part. That's not much, but a part of the coin as a revenue for watching the advertising. And I understand, and I think that it's really fair. So that's not popular again, but I'll have some bad coins, and that's, how to say, that's kind of my donation for the fairness. So concerning that, so that is why I'm following what you are doing, guys, what problems you have, or either you don't have. Like, I'm really interested, and I also use the product. Then then again, I wonder what will be with the Ton coin. So it's like the first coin of the messenger.
Telegram?
Yeah, definitely. So here is the situation, or either it's a big scam, or either it's like something brand new, because just imagine the situation, what we have. So let's look through the evolution of the technology. At first, it was just a secured messenger. After that, that becomes the information platform. So that's really media platform. That's more than messenger. And after the media platform, it becomes social media for all. And again, so they have like their crypto. So we can observe this crypto from the point of coin, just to get some goods from the platform, or to look at the Ton coin from the point of share of the company, so of point of investments. And so that is why I'm really interested what it will be. And the last one, again, that's a huge technology. It's in internet computer, so ICP. They have really smart guys in the team. They try to create like the new level of blockchain, like faster. So now it's it's a global problem that some networks, some the blockchains, they are taking too much time for the algorithm for others. Term really believe in what they are doing, and believe in the technology. And I also understand that they are not they know what they do. That's important. So it's not like, okay, we have one more blockchain. No, so we have some nodes, we have some crowd, and we do something. No, so they have the algorithm. So the blockchain with personal algorithm, it's okay. It's nice to observe.
To be honest, I forgot about Ton, for example, because I had some posts about it and I discovered it, but for now it's not like hype topic in crypto media.
All in all, I believe that Binance will survive, and let's see what will happen with Ton after the first listing in the Binance.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I'm also sure. I'm also sure that with Binance everything will be fine. But now we're observing some interesting trends in this area. How your students perceive the Web3, how they interact with Web3 technologies, or maybe they don't interact. What the level of knowledge of your students in this area?
Well, the thing is that maybe the situation a little bit differs in like other groups and other specialities. So I have like two sources. So the main source is my students in in the university specialized on economics, and another one is my university specialized on the media. So let's divide them into economic guys and me and the media guys. So the media guys, how to say, Web3, like blockchain and other stuff, it's a kind how to explain it's better. So it's more kind of some trendy stuff that they don't have time to deal with it. So everybody knows that it's modern, it's up to date, so it's we have to deal it we have to deal with it, but it's too complicated.
Trendy but complicated.
Trendy but complicated, yeah. So that is why, as an example, I tell you before. Yeah, that was one girl who really come and say what is better, Ethereum or the Bitcoin, and I say like I can answer this question. Still, we don't have enough. I can say like generally for the young people, we don't have enough. The leaders of opinion, I mean, in education. For example, the respected professor will come and say, okay, kids, that's the future. till the next week, you have to read this quotation about what means the blockchain technology. That will be the decision. But now and again, they have one more problem, that my students, like generally from both universities, they have another, how to say, they have huge influence of bad experience. So majorly the crypto is associated with some scam actions and all this stuff.
And with this rich life, when you spend money to Lambo or Ferrari,
Yeah,
it's another stereotype.
and with some mates, like unsuccessful mates who had selling the car and buy, for example, the moon talking, the Luna talking, Luna talking, yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to add that not only your media students think that crypto is about stocks, also American SEC now thinking about it. So it's the huge problem in the United States around this question. Talking about MiCA regulations, how do you think how they can affect European crypto market and generally the development of crypto assets in Europe?
The European Union. Let's talk about the European Union. One of the fundamentals of European Union and agreement of European Union, that's called the Maastricht Agreement of European Union, is to creating the single market and looking for any kind of singularity. Actually, that's in classical economics, that calls one of the values of integrational process. So the thing is that the next step for European Union was also the monetary union. So the euro, the euro we have now. And worth to say that before the euro, it was the virtual currency. Seems to me it was created starting 1986 till 1990, and that calls ECU. So that was like a virtual currency for intra-banking financing. So I can see, well, I can see that it's a kind of, like prehistorical specimen of crypto. So that is why what the European Union is looking now. Again, that the crypto, it's a kind of monetary union. And the European Union is absolutely understand the value, the value of the decentralized coin and the decentralized cryptos. So they already understand, even not understand, they already understood that it's almost impossible to control it. It's almost impossible. So you can simply kill it, but not control it. That is why now the European Union, they have a huge project based on the creating of personal cryptocurrency. Seems to me, yeah, ECDC, something like this, I don't remember for sure. So they already start to create it. My question one, what kind of blockchain they will use for this currency. And I also believe that in some time, they will create the personal blockchain. So maybe it will be like a huge system of European Union, like huge system of nodes all over the countries and so on and so forth. I believe in this. So so the thing is that, again, European Union, it's a union of countries. That's not a country. That's union of country. And the idea of European Union is to create the the optimum surface for the economical development. So that is why they are really interested into involving the crypto. All in all, because they need to make the clone of euro, the crypto euro, and they really need it with the time. So that is why, and we also can see that the European Union, they try to make the regulation, they try to create the rules. Again, that's not a regulation, they try to create some rules that try to avoid the effect of Wild West. But I think that Europe will be the next region of the world after the Emirates, with how it's right to say, with with a positive landscape for the crypto. But yeah, but not the United States, not and not the Canada, because it's a huge countries. So you see, the crypto, I'm confident that the crypto is better used in any kind of market unions of different countries. So actually, that's an idea of crypto. Yeah, just to create the decentralized system, decentralized system. And the huge countries, they are opposite to this. They need to centralize everything.
I agree with you. It will be interesting to observe the trends because we see that Germany is quite crypto friendly. For example, Estonia also, and Poland also tries to be in trend, and there are many crypto exchanges and many Web3 projects created in Poland. So it's really interesting to see this trend. Okay, great. And let's discuss your experimental NFT project. Tell about this project and how did you come up with this idea?
Let's start from the very beginning. One more time. It was like 100% like shitty work just to have fun. Yeah. Almost as 90% of all NFT projects.
I wanted to add.
Yeah. So the story, the introduction. Let's go to my media university students, and I was lecturing the course called Media Management. Yeah. So the idea of the course was to explain how to organize the media production, how to create the media product, how to calculate the price of the product, how to sell the product, how to understand whom you are selling this media product. So what kind of resources you need, what will be the turnover. So you invest and then what you get. So generally, that's the main purposes the course was devoted to. And here we come to the little subtopic called the marketing of media project. And and in this moment, I said that, guys, the main purpose of marketing is to create the value. Yeah, so we have, for example, the empty cup. The thing is, we need to think how to make the value for this cup and how to present this value to the audience. Hey, professor, we're talking not about the media, we're talking about the art. So art, it's supposed to have
it's not about marketing.
Yeah, it's not about marketing. Art's supposed to have some emotional stuff, some emotional connection, and art can sell itself, and all this arty bullshit. I was listen and say, okay, let's have a deal. Look at me. I'm not an artist. I'm just a professor. So sometimes even with a bad taste. But I create a piece of art. Let's have a deal that during the winter holidays, I create a piece of art and I try to sell it. The thing is that in default conditions, again, I'm not an artist. I don't have any kind of the artist background, and I'm not dealing with art at all. But using the market and using the system of marketing and using the modern instruments, I force my piece of art to act as an art. And if I find the way to sell it for the price more than I invest, all the group you will be pushing up in the classroom because I did it. I decide to make NFT collection. So again, NFT. Why I like NFT? Because in this position, I mean, in current moment, the NFT, the OpenSea as a platform, and generally as NFT, it's a wild west. I mean, you don't have any regulation. Do anything you wish. It's a kind of unexpected digital freedom. Again, in modern world, freedom. Whoa. So that was the first. The second, I decide that my collection. I need to make the collection from something. From what? Yeah, from kind of pleasure. So I decide to sell. Honestly, I'm not artist. I cannot like draw good. So that is why the only thing I can sell my emotions. And emotions and joy I have received, like my memories. So I decide to make a pictures of the sweets I have eat, because like sweet and candy, it's a symbol. Yeah, it's a symbol of emotion, of positive emotion I've gained, and write a little story about the moment when I have had this candy, explaining that I really received the emotion. The stage number 1 complete. So I have the NFT. The stage number 2, I have the legend of NFT and the legend of collection. The stage number 3, I make the legend of an artist. Honestly, I create the Twitter. I create a publication on Medium explaining. So yes, I'm a freak. I'm professor. That's my experiment. And I decide to make the pictures of candy covers and adding some stories. Then I also explain how the blockchain is working. That, for example, if you're having the NFT, you can for free involve them into Ethereum blockchain, and that's really cool. Actually, for these transactions is OpenSea paying, and that's important. You don't have some starting investments. Just create some NFTs and involve, and after that I do some campaign in Twitter, just using tags, just using subscription for
Advertising campaigns you promoted?
No. Again, that was kind of rule. I'm not spend any penny for promotion. So only the classical instruments. So I was doing the hashtags. I was doing some comments on other artists. I asked people to say what they are thinking about, and all this stuff. And again, and I also, what was like really freaky, that I also create an account in the Pinterest, because I understand that actually NFT, it's a visual information.
Yeah, Pinterest is good instrument to promote.
And I'm just Pinterest, and then you're doing good. Thanks. So I got some audience, and later on, one day, I just connect my wallet and open my profile, and saw that one NFT was purchased. So and then several more. So I start to play with price and other stuff. But all in all, so I have in this collection I have 35 NFTs, and 7 of them were purchased. Yeah, and I spent, if to calculate how much money I spent for this.
I wanted to ask.
So I spent for the sweets,
gas fee?
for the sweets. No. That gas fee, we are not calculating it, because no need. Again, so the buyers pay the gas fee.
Okay.
But time and some I have bought that some additional light to make the pictures and some sweets, so it was not more than $40 at all. So just candies and piece of time. And generally, I earned more than 250. So the multiplication is x5.
Yeah.
Well, I was amazed, and like the most not expensive, like the most undisputable proof that it was successful than in Twitter. No, that was not in Twitter. That was in the Discord. It was some guys who had tried to steal my collection twice. So using some scam, yeah, they say, okay,
It's success.
yeah, it's success.
It's
Really success. Well, if I find, I will send you the screenshots for the video where, okay, you have over how much you want for your collection. We want to buy everything, so and like long time. So I can say that that was successful. And then I summarize all this information, like make a presentation and come to my students and say, hey guys, you realize that that's just a pictures of empty candy covers and nothing more. Everything else is the technology of creating value using the number of marketing instruments.
Yeah, it's classic marketing with added value.
Yeah. And nothing more, guys. That's not about that's not about the art. And they were looking like,
and community involvement.
and community and 70% is community involvement.
So, how do you think, is it necessary to establish special Web3 programs in universities? And maybe you can tell about your economic direction of students and how they perceive these technologies.
In physics, there is three, but 3 plus 1 fundamental states of matter. So what it means, fundamental state of matter? Let's take the water. The state number 1, it's a solid state. It's an ice, yeah? The next one, it's a liquid, so actually the water. And the third one, it's gas, yeah? Or water, steam. Yeah, hot steam water. So what if I say that there is one more fundamental state of matter called plasma, and the plasma were invented only at the beginning of 20th century. So actually the plasma is a kind of electrolyzed gas. That's not about us. Okay, so I can say that generally Web3 and generally the technologies, it's fourth dimension, it's a plasma, and you have to learn it, you have to understand how it works, because we already passed the point of turnover. We already that the problem is that that we are not how one of my friends said, that the problem is that we are not grown up. The problem is that grown ups are already we. So we already living in the future. So we're not feel it, but we already, like the fundamentals processes have already passed. We have working IE, we have already blockchain as a system, and we have like a number of technologies, and these technologies are already changing the world. So that is why now we have also we have to teach and we have to educate like the new dimension, a new dimension in which the humanity lives. I mean, and this dimension is a digital dimension. We have to start with a, let us call the collective subject called technologies. Yeah, where we will talk with not students, the pupil. We will talk with pupil about starting the blockchain, finishing the media hygiene, finishing.
Yeah. Maybe it's like digital
Yeah,
interaction
yeah,
or
and a lot.
digital presence or something.
Yeah, because the presence of digital technologies in the lives of these young people will be growing, with potentially will growing geometrically, we growing. So that's what I say. Another problem that we don't have enough educators who are willing and who are rather enthusiastic and rather confident in technologies, confident in Web3 and
I like your idea to call it like plasma, like fourth dimension, because it's really another type of interaction. And actually, many blockchain companies, they create their own like educational programs or universities to explain how their technology works. But it's like only about Ethereum, for example, or only about Solana or another. So it's not about like general approach to understanding the value of digital technologies and interaction with them. So it's really helpful to have it at school, not in 30, 40 years,
yeah,
50 years.
it's happening here. Yeah, it's happening now. So honestly, for your audience, guys, if you have the blockchain project, I'm eager to be the head of teaching staff or some educational projects. So just let me know. Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk more about marketing. So I know that, and you described your NFT experiment, and as I know, you're interested in Web3 marketing. And how do you think? Is there a need to change the rules in promotion Web3 projects? And what can we take maybe from Web2 marketing to promote Web3 projects?
Generally, the Web3 is not changing the fundamentals. So the Web3, it's more about the changing of technologies and about the development of technologies. So, but at the end, so the last user, the end user, let us call the zero patient of any kind of web, let it be web 4, 5, 10, will be the user, will be the human being, and we still have to deal with human needs, with human pains, and all other stuff. But important thing from Web 2, like in this transaction from Web 2 to Web 3, it's how to say, it's like personalized content, and it's looking for any kind of possibilities to make the content, to make the world, to make the anything like more personalized. So that is why I think that it was a cute idea, like really cute idea, and it was even the term called the prosumers. So prosumers, it's producers plus consumers.
Consumers.
So yeah, that's the trick. When, for example, the consumer can say, okay, we want to see this, and we vote for some features, and after that you got the concrete features you want, for example, after the voting. Yeah, well, it's really complicated for the guys who are making the production. Yeah, I understand this, but now we have more technologies. We have IE, we have so for example, we already have the chat, yeah, the IE chat, and we can say that we already can have, for example, the book to read the book with no ending. So okay, and this book will be like generate on your personal expectations. So it's like never-ending book based on your personal expectations. So that is why I believe that Web3 go a little bit back to some marketing fundamentals based on the personalization and customization of everything, and use them to make their not even equivalent, but to make their implementations, but in a brand new technological way. So that's, I can say, that the red line, the red thread from Web 2 to Web 3.
How people can develop their ability to create senses, to create new ideas. Can you share your experience in this?
Tell you the short story about my friend, Professor Dominic Kogel. He has a course in Sorbonne now, in Sorbonne University in Paris, and I'm not remember the correct definition of his course, but the idea is that he is making the course based on the management of luxurious brands. So actually, he's a former head of the business development department of Hugo Boss, and he also he also was working for the Audi and for St. Oliver, and he was doing the Hugo Boss in Emirates, like business development. So he understands how to sell the luxurious things. And the thing is that once I joined his lecture, and this lecture was devoted to create for the process of creating of MVP, like minimal valuable product. Yeah, so that's not about the venture investment, that's not about the startups, just to create something, and that's more devoted to the form and the process of creating of MVP, how to organize, what to do. And I was amazed that his students, he brought the huge box full filled with Lego blocks, and they were sitting and creating like the prototype, the MVP of the bag or of some car with these bricks. So he forced them to create and to feel how it's to create MVP, how it's to create like the first product, how it's look like, because you can write like thousands of essays and thousands of covers,
but never create.
And that was that game, that Lego bricks. I understand the valuability of this lecture, because really that gives the spirit of creation, and understand that you are making the prototype with your hands.
Yeah, you see the result.
Yeah, definitely. These guys, just from other side, these guys paying like dozens of euros for playing the Lego. Yes, but other side, somebody forced them to create the first product. So that is why, let's going back to our story, to stay just on the same page. So the thing is that my favorite example, it's like the educational servers in Minecraft game. So that's really cool. So it's again, Minecraft, it's already the metaverse. You have the land, you have like all the features of metaverse, and you can make the prototypes over there, the buildings, like everything. And again, that gives you possibility to make the joint work, to do with somebody, that's feeling how to join the work with other people in meta. Again, but you know that the Minecraft game was created just as a building simulator, 8-bit building simulator of some Swedish guys. So I can say that Minecraft, it's a revolution. It's really gaming revolution, because again, the Minecraft brings the idea of open world.
Okay, thank you. It's really valuable. And the last question will be about getting information about Web3. What do you read? What do you watch to be updated?
I'm not the crypto guy. I'm not making like the huge investments, and that's more about the observing of technologies than about earning money. So another thing that I have some investment pool, and I understand that I can lose, and I understand that I can win, but that's not my income, and I'm not living on this money. That's important. That's more about, it's like to have a garden outside of your house. So you go daily, you dig some ground, you take away the insects, like you take away the shitty coins from your
Wallet.
wallet. Yeah, you fertilize. So you see the dump, you buy more because you're confident in this technology. So that's a process. That's a hobby. So that is why. I'm not trader. I don't need to sit like daily and to reading news and blah 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 blah, blah. The main idea that it's supposed to give you the pleasure, to give you like personal pleasure of what you're doing. So honestly, without without the joy and without love, it's impossible to survive. So and again, you have to do this. So that is why I can say that. The main stuff on the beginning we will talk about the projects and the technologies I follow. So I devote my Discord to them because for example, like ICP, they have the good Discord, they have some AMA sessions and all this stuff. So I'm really involved in the life of this project. So that's the Discord. Then like general overview of the market, because I don't have time. For example, in my investment pool, I get near 30 coins. So just imagine 30 Discords. No, thanks. So general overview of marketing. That's the of market. That's the Kraken block, the coin desk. It's like generally what's happening, guys. What's happening? And all in all, some gossips. Gossips comes from Twitter. Definitely from Twitter.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
So that is why I can't even name the accounts, because it's just a gossip. So gossips comes from communities.
It's kind of wave of information, and
Yeah, definitely. Yes. So that is why it's again it's impossible to have some generalized news feed and say that this news feed give me enough understanding to trade and so on and so forth. I'm even not trade in the daily time frame. The only thing I trade, for example, sometimes the week time frame, but majorly the month time frame. So I have like really long time strategy, like I will not think about any kind of like go out from investments unless like 225. So again, that's more about happiness, about the hobby.
Yeah, you can create your own like crypto Fridays, for example, or crypto Saturdays, and check the market and your investment
gardening
state. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you very much for such valuable and I'm sure helpful information for our audience and for me personally, because it was really interesting. Andrii, thank you very much. And maybe if you want something to add or to inspire our followers and listeners, you can do this right now.
You don't have to inspire. The only thing you just can say, okay, I feel myself comfortable when I'm doing this. And let my inspiration speech will be based on this. So guys, do what makes you feel comfortable and forget about it. That's all. That's good for mental health, first of all. So that's really have fun, because that's we the thing is, we now live in the period of really opened technologies. I'm confident that in 5 years, for example, you will have no possibility to generate some for free some good pictures in Midjourney. I'm confident that in several years the GPT will be expensive as hell. I know this for sure. So that is why, like, take your time and enjoy the moment that everything is opened. It's like to talk with the GPT. It's like to talk with a golden kid, with absolutely golden kid, and this kid is looking on you and say like, "How can I help you?" 5 more years, and you will come and say maybe one recall for free. No, not in these months. Yeah. So enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Thanks much.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching, for being with us, and follow this channel and follow Andrii. I'll add his links to his social media under this video, so you can follow Andrii and follow me. So have a nice days, guys, and Andrii, thank you again for your experience and for your knowledge.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.